Hello and welcome to It's My World. This is Sutapa. Yes, I'm back again with yet another episode of It's My World. Today I thought we'll talk about happiness. Just because all of us eventually are looking for that in our lives. The peace, the contentment, the satisfaction I think that just comes of having or living a life well lived. I went through a magazine. This one is the Ladies' Home Journal. Um, I came across this article about 5 traits of truly happy people, and it was pretty fascinating. It is really, I think, again boils down to your perspective, to how you look at life, and the way you perceive a problem and the way you solve it. I mean, exactly defines happiness. And according to this article, it says our habits affect our happiness. The way we look at life, the way we do things affect our happiness. And apparently, neuroscientists have discovered why. Habitual thoughts and behaviors apparently create specific pathways, neural pathways, in the wiring in our brains. Okay, I'm reading this out, okay? Because I don't want to be wrong in this. The way water flowing downhill creates a groove in the earth. So when we think and behave in a certain way, continuously, on and on, the groove becomes, the neural pathway becomes strengthened apparently, and the groove becomes stronger. The unhappy people tend to have more negative neural pathways, and their minds are literally stuck in a rut. Repeatedly think and feel and act in a different way that you can train your brain, right, to actually rewire itself. Amazing? This totally fascinates me because a particular author says in this magazine, it's actually written by Marcy Shimoff with Carol Klein. Just, for your information. Okay. The first one, according to them, is, and this is so true. I don't know about you, but it's a human tendency. But anyway, what it is don't believe everything you think, right? Don't believe everything you think. So according to the medical experts, apparently we have about 60,000 thoughts a day. Oh Lord, and I thought I was just the only one with my head running. About one thought per second during the waking hour. And of those, get this, out of those 60,000 thoughts, 95% are the same thoughts we had yesterday and the day before and the day before that. And what's worse is that for the average person, the majority of the habitual thoughts are negative. Not surprisingly, when your mind is swarming with those automatic negative thoughts, it has a psychological effect, a very strong psychological effect. Researchers at the National Institute of Health, NIH, among others, have found that having negative thoughts can stimulate the areas of the brain that are involved in depression and anxiety. So having negative thoughts can, increase your depression and anxiety, and that's, I think, a given that we know. But here is an important fact. Our thoughts are not always true. What we think is not true. So for example, it has happened to me innumerable times, and I know it's going to happen even though I'm reading this article. I don't know if I'm really going to be changing it, so I'm going to try. But when you're expecting something from somebody and the person does not respond back in the way you think that this person should respond back to you, the automatic assumption is negative thoughts. Oh, this person is not interested in what I want to say. This person is hates me, or I made a big mess, I made a big boo boo, or whatever it is. It's always the negative thoughts that come first in our mind, and that is natural, unfortunately. But sometimes they're true. I'm not saying that that's wrong every time, but most of the time it's not. Maybe this other person has something else that's a priority in their life, or will eventually, or get back to you, or so it is. It says we are hardwired for negativity. That's true. For example, if you get 10 compliments and one criticism, guess which one registers in your mind? The criticism. When you're thinking of somebody, or when you try to think of somebody, do we register all the positive things that that person has done to us in our lives? No. But yes, we will have clear memories of all the negative things that particular person has done. So what that tells us is that we tend to focus so much on the negative aspects of human life, that we forget that there is a positive angle to it too. Okay.